Not today.
Hey. Hi, guys.
Welcome to the Bourbon Blend. I am Courtney, and this is Jay, my charming husband.
Of at least 10 years.
Yes. Welcome to our show this evening. We are excited to share some of my favorite bourbons.
Finished bourbons.
Finished bourbons.
Finished bourbons.
Yes. And discuss a little Auburn basketball.
Hell yeah.
Discuss a little bourbon news, and of course share Courtney's Corner at the end with my favorite little tidbits of discussion.
Courtney's Corner. I love it.
Courtney's Corner.
We couldn't figure out what to call that.
It's Courtney's Corner.
Yeah, I know. We were trying to watch some of the UK Oakland game. Oakland is leading Kentucky the last we checked.
That wasn't looking so pretty.
And SEC has had a tough one. Courtney had South Carolina going to the Final Four.
Well, you know, I was trying, but gosh, not so much.
They were the victim of a portal crime today because their former players spent 4 years at South Carolina, transferred to Oregon.
Oh.
Dropped 40 on him today.
I guess he had a little burnt up energy there.
That's like when you go get married and they say, is there anyone who objects to this? And your fucking ex-girlfriend comes out and starts bitching in a drunken rant.
Why would she object to it, though? She'd want to marry you off if you were a douche, right?
No, what if you dumped her ass? And that's why she was your ex.
Oh, maybe so.
I mean, things like that happen sometimes.
Yes,
so we're going to talk about Courtney's favorite blended bourbons today. We're going
Yes.
to talk about Auburn basketball and the tournament. We got a lot of pictures to share, show and tell.
Okay, show and tell.
And then Courtney had something she wanted to run by you guys about Garrett County.
Yes, Garrett County, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yes.
And I'm going to finish some part of that discussion with, is there a man I could talk to? Which is one of my favorite
Of course.
things
That's
to
the way
say.
Jay loves to end every conversation. Yes. He used to try to call my child care center and play it off it.
I'll go,
Is there
hi, is this Kinder Care? Mm-hmm. Hi, is there a man I can talk to up in there?
Nope. No men. Only us women.
That was fun. Our first posted quote of the night is going to be from Matt N. Says, I have Kentucky playing in the championship game, but Cal losing to Oakland would make my bracket busted being pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
It'd be worth it, right?
It would be worth
to
it.
see Kentucky burn like that. Their fans are probably already past the point of no return.
For sure.
Just the fact that it was close. But anyway, when it gets into March Madness, Courtney,
You never know what can happen.
you never know. You never know what's
that's
gonna
why
happen.
they call it the madness. That's so stupid.
That's
I
not
hate
stupid.
that term.
It's a great term.
I hate that term.
Why do you hate that term?
Because it's just, I
Because
just
your
don't
team's
like
not
it.
part of it? Your team got beat by the NYU Violets, the cheating NYU Violets?
No, your team's not in it
bullshit.
because they didn't win enough games to get in it.
So they won 64 in a row? That's
No,
more than
I'm
yours?
talking
Oh,
about
wait,
your
no.
Louisville Cardinals.
Oh, God. By the way, who had a better season, your high school or my high school? That's what I thought. What do we got? We got, let's see, Jeff S. is in the house.
Hello,
Says,
everybody.
Good evening, everyone. What up,
Yes.
Jeff? Glad to have you. Ravin here. We have a lot of legends. Kanuman also
Yes.
in the house. Cousin is in the house. I believe Corey's in the house as well. Ravin said, you would think after Coach Cal lost to St. Peter's Peacocks a few years back, they would not overlook the first round.
You know, I've just been disappointed with that man.
Disappointed?
Yes.
What? He don't lose enough?
Well, he doesn't win enough. He doesn't win enough.
I don't know why you would care. You're a Louisville fan.
Nope.
All right, so is this the...
That's the agenda. It's 4 sentences.
I have the agenda that was given to me
words.
today. Do you want to just start with... no, we got to talk about Auburn first.
Yeah, let's do a little Auburn.
All right, so the Auburn
tidbit.
Tigers, as many of you know, are going to be in the NCAA tournament. They did make the tournament at 27-7. They somehow got a 4 seed in the East region. I don't understand this. They finished number 4 overall in the net. They finished number 4 in Ken Palm. And yet the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee put them number 14 overall.
It's weird.
Gave them a big, oh, wow, you just tried to yawn there? The NCAA Tournament Selection Committee gave them a big ding for not winning enough games in the Quad 1. I think they were like 3-7 in Quad 1 games or something like that. And I think they dinged them pretty good for that. So the punishment is you're going to be a 4 seed in the East region, which is kind of a bitch because that puts you in the same region with UConn and Iowa State and some other slapdicks. I don't know, whoever. Auburn is out in Spokane, Washington right now, which is a much bigger city than I had realized.
Really?
I thought Spokane was like basically Lexington, but it's more like Louisville.
Okay.
Like, it's huge.
I did not know that.
That's what she said. It was huge.
It was huge.
They're going to face the Yale Bulldogs, a school that Courtney has been to.
Yes, I've been there
You did
physically.
you
I
did
did not attend
attended,
there.
but you
No, I
were
not
there.
attended.
In New Haven,
I
Connecticut.
did visit the campus.
And we ate pizza there.
Yes,
as I
we did.
recall. Stulte from our team, Stulte and young Henry, who hopefully is not in sweatpants this time, are out in Spokane covering that for us, and we're very happy for it. Yale game is at 2:15 here on God's time. Also, 3:15 for our friends on the East Coast.
Oh, I was incorrect about the time. I thought it was 3:15 our time. So,
I'm pretty sure it's 2:15.
well, you're probably correct.
I hope I'm right. And also, Janai Broom, we learned this while they were at practice the other day. He is third team Associated Press All-American. So,
Nice.
congratulations to Janai Broom. And there's been some chatter, I don't know if this is credible or not, that Janai could be back for next season. He does have eligibility remaining.
Okay.
The thought was he's been so damn good that he would just go make money now. Probably not going to be a first-round pick in the NBA draft, but could be a second-round pick that makes the team or goes over. Okay, so Corey's saying it's 3:15 our time.
Okay, that's what I thought.
If Corey says 3:15 and you say 3:15, then it's probably 3:15. But
Well, the good thing is if you thought it was 2:15 and you got it, at least you'd be early. It wouldn't be an hour late.
yeah, it would be. We just got a picture from my friend Justin, who is drinking some Michter's 20 year today.
Oh.
He's over at that place in Norton Commons.
Oh.
We're going to
yeah.
interrupt our Auburn Tigers
Yeah.
coverage to show you this picture because we don't see Michter's 20 very often. There it is. He's drinking that right there. That looks good as hell.
It doesn't look as dark as I would have predicted.
No? Maybe it's the light, Cordy.
I don't know.
But
Bars are not known for their
when you and I were dating, that was
lighting.
that area where he's
Oh, it was a
hanging
field.
out.
It was
a
horses and
field.
cows.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Cassidy P says Janai for his senior year. Holy sheet. Soup Up says Yahoo has it for
nice.
4:15, 3:15 Central. So if you guys are in the Mountain Time Zone, that is the correct time.
Jay just wanted to make sure that everybody in Denver knew what time to
It
join the
should say
game.
MST. Here is Auburn's bracket for this. This is the
Oh,
top.
that looks so pretty. Nice job,
I
Jay.
just straight up stole it. This is the top half of the East bracket. The Auburn Tigers, of course, against the Yale Bulldogs, and the winner of that game takes on the San Diego State Aztecs or the UAB Blazers. Blaze on. I kind of grew up a San Diego State fan, wanted to go there, thought I would go there, didn't go there, which is probably good because I met you.
That's true.
Probably wouldn't have met you in San Diego.
You would have met some other hussy.
I was going to say ho, but
Hussy
hussy's
is a
fine.
better phrase.
My granddad
Some
once.
other hoe.
I told
so
this is a
sweet.
true story. In 1993, I asked my granddad if I could go home and have dinner with him because I didn't have anywhere to go, and he said, "Get your own whore." That's what he told me, which is a ditch on you and my grandma at
Yeah,
once. Like, oh
yeah.
my God.
Very sweet.
And then if Auburn is to win that second game, then they would play one of these fuckers up here in Boston, Massachusetts,
Boston.
which is where BP's from, so that would be nice. However, that's also where UConn is kind of from, so that
Well,
would be bad.
that's a while. Let's worry about these other games first.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Raven says Jay was just letting everyone know what time the drain was starting.
There
Are we
you
gonna
go,
do
that's
halftime?
right.
Yeah, are we gonna pick up halftime, Raven?
I don't know.
I was
Are
thinking we
you?
might go full game on that bitch, but
Oh,
no, we
you
can do
big
that.
time.
It's fine. OTAG
Okay.
says you guys are killing it. You got 2 Pinhook 8-year store picks. Thanks for the
Oh.
recommendation, JGT. Did you get those at Columbus?
Yes, as long as they are.
Let me get
They
this
have an
over
age
here.
statement on it. They're good.
Let's see. Got that. A Bowman Brothers SB single barrel, a Frey Ranch Uncut,
Not heard of them.
and a J.E. Pepper decanter bottle.
Decanter bottle.
That's the one
nice.
that Courtney loves.
I love that.
Yeah,
and it's actually good bourbon.
No, it is good bourbon. I agree.
good bourbon.
OTAG, you cleaned up, brother. That is
Nice.
outstanding. Nicely done.
I love it.
That yellow top 8-year Pinhook is delish, and it's so dark and luscious looking, too. You also have that. Raven also notes correctly, and thank you for bringing this up, Raven, that the women's basketball team probably is playing right now in their play-in game against the University of Arizona. And an interesting situation there. I kind of feel bad for the guy. The head coach at Arizona is a girl that played at Arizona, and her husband is her #1 assistant, which makes me wonder why
love it.
why aren't they flipped?
Because she's a better coach. I mean, just because he's a man doesn't mean that he can coach better than she does.
Why does he have to share the spotlight with her?
Kind of like sometimes women are better distillers than men. Move right along. Do, 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 do.
Is there a man I can talk to? Mike Beast is enjoying a Rebecca Creek Double Barrel Spanish Oak tonight. So sweet for Texas whiskey.
Oh.
I haven't had that one either.
I have not.
Our experiences with Texas whiskey have not been great so far, but they have not been numerous either. So.
And I'm pretty much a snooty
Snotty?
bourbon drinker.
Snotty?
Snooty.
Snotty.
Snooty.
Snotty.
It's not snotty. It's snooty.
Snotty.
It is snooty. I'm a snooty bourbon drinker, and 95% of the stuff that I drink has to come from Kentucky.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's
But
fair.
we have some others on the table tonight that don't meet that criteria, but still taste really
All right.
good.
Otag said they had some great store picks. He's talking about the bottle shop in
Yes.
Columbus, GA, and they always are loaded down. I'd say
We have one of them tonight.
Yeah, we are going to have a bottle shop store pick tonight. They've usually got at least 6 or 8 going at once. And every time you go in there, there's something good to pick up. So, word. Cassidy Pieces, Jackie Zyken says, hey, Jackie is currently the master distiller for Brown-Forman? Or was she previously? No, they have a new girl that
Yeah.
a new one.
She moved on.
Yeah, she did. She moved on, moved up and out. That's right. But their new one she's great too.
I can't remember.
I mean, yeah. She's a psychology major from University of Louisville once upon a time. Anywho, so that's the bracket. We're going to be fired up. Auburn's going to play at 3:15 local time tomorrow. And I will be streaming over there. Those of you who are brain drainers should look forward to that. Obviously, we're going to have a great time when Auburn drops their nuts on Yale. So there you go. Going back to our main scene. Auburn basketball fired up about it, aren't you?
Yes,
Courtney's got
I'm
Auburn
sorry
winning the
that I
title.
can't. Yes, I have Auburn going all the way.
Yeah, Courtney filled out a bracket the other day.
I did. I was like, look at this. This is the first time ever I've done that for Auburn. I just think they're going to have a great tournament. I haven't felt that way during the season, but I feel like, you know what, they feel a little bit robbed with this seed, and they're going to get in there and prove themselves.
They're going to get in there and finish.
Yeah, finish.
Finish inside.
I don't think that they're going to
bracket.
finish with the typical win amounts over the other team
not
as they
15
have this year.
Not 15-point wins.
Yeah,
Again, Auburn has 27 wins and 26 of them are by double digits. That's pretty incredible.
that is impressive.
The SEC is kind of sucking in the tournament today. They
Yeah,
lost.
that's why my bracket's even worse, because
Mississippi
I'm
State
like,
lost.
oh, the SEC is going to blow it.
Y'all need to give me some updates on the UK Oakland game as we move forward because we're not really
Yeah.
watching the show. But yeah. So Mississippi State's down. South Carolina's down. They're out. Kentucky is on the rocks.
Mississippi State, I actually had them going. I can't remember how far, but
Yeah, it's
they were really bodying up there the tournament, the SEC tournament.
Well,
and
as Jason
I thought-
Caldwell noted today, Michigan State is just like them, except they're better. They're also
okay.
a slobber knocker team.
they're beefy gentlemen out there that were ready to knock some folks around.
Speaking of something that can knock some folks around, let's start off with one of your favorite finished
wee.
bourbons. The Nulu, which is from Louisville, Tawny Port. This is part of their experimental series, experimental finish series, I think, which means you can finish in different places or different ways, I guess.
Should we say what a finished bourbon is in
Sure,
the first
Courtney,
place?
why don't you let everybody know? I'll go
Okay,
back to the main
well.
page so everybody can see your happiness. A finished bourbon is...
Okay, so it's already been aged in a new barrel for however long the distiller has decided they want to age it in that. It can be anywhere 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15, however many years they want to. Then they take it out of that barrel, they put it in another barrel, usually with a some kind of wine finish, typically, sometimes rum, other kinds of finishes, other kinds of barrels, and they then again age it for a particular period of time. They can determine how long they age it for as well. It can be 3 months, 6 months. Some of these on here are longer than that. The Thomas S. Moore is a little bit longer than that. They determine how long they're going to let that age and then bottle it up after that. So
Yeah.
it has a different taste to it than typical bourbons. Usually they're a little bit sweeter, and that's probably why I like them a lot.
Yeah, Courtney likes them when they're sweeter. You like the sweet
Typically,
ones. You
yeah.
don't like dry bourbons.
No, I don't.
So we will start off with this Nulu, which is kind of a newer label. This is out of Louisville, Kentucky, PCS Distilling Company. They are a non-producing distiller. So they source this juice from MGP in Indiana up near Cincinnati. It is finished for 8 months in tawny port barrels in this case. No age statement, but we believe it's to be 5 years old and a 120 proof. Now, in my opinion, this is a lot of money to pay for a 5-year-old bourbon. However,
Well,
we're still going to do it.
I will say that the one that we have here is we mentioned earlier, a bottle shop pick from Columbus, Georgia.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
And it's really good, but it's hot. It's 120.
Yeah.
This is the highest proof we're having tonight, so we might as well start off strong.
You want a little pour here?
I sure do.
Or are you scared?
I am not scared because I know I like this. Give me the bottle. That wasn't very nice.
Maybe it was.
So one thing that's very interesting about this distillery.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at me about now?
I'm ready to listen.
So the dude who actually owns it now, in 2016, they started this place, and the two guys that started it really didn't know what they were doing. They went to a financial planner and were like, hey, we really want to start this distillery. And then they were basically a big cluster together, the two of them. And so the guy who was the financial planner was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy this from you guys. And he bought it from them, and it's him and his sons running it now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. He did not have any interest in bourbon until he started helping them out with this project, and then realized that they were not maybe very apt at the business portion of it.
Got a little over their head, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. The nose on this is, it smells like a swimming pool.
Oh, a swimming pool? What?
Well, there's a lot of wine near the swimming pools I go to.
No, it does not smell like a swimming pool.
It smells like wine and a swimming pool.
Oakland, 78, 74, 28 seconds to go.
Cuz says, my goodness, Oakland won't let up. This is great. This is great. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're not watching this. Dude, Kentucky out in the first round. Oh my God.
This is
Be the end of the world.
really tasty.
Oh my God. Okay, let's see. I don't
on
really
the
like
nose.
this very much. Now, I want to say something up front before we get too deep into this. I don't like wine at all. So,
I don't like wine either.
Like, if it's going to taste like wine, that's just bad for me.
This does not taste like wine. It just tastes like a sweet bourbon to me. I like this a lot. I don't know why I'm going to say that. I like all of these up here. I know I like all of these. But I like this because it's got some good heat on it. And sometimes when they're finished, they're not this, they don't have this high proof.
Yeah, that's true.
So usually they're a little lower in proof. But this has a nice little kick at the end.
Yeah, it does.
It has, it does not have a burn. It has a nice Kentucky hug, a very smooth Kentucky hug. I like it a lot. I do like it a lot.
It does
I'm
have a
sorry.
hug, man. I'm still feeling it, but it's not unpleasant. I don't like the nose on this at all, but it tastes pretty good. Definitely sweet. Mm-hmm. I would imagine this has a higher rye content. It kind of has that rye funk on it a little bit.
I gave that to you. Oh no, they wouldn't tell us what it was. The mash bill.
Yeah, the mash bills. I think it's because it's all messed in. It's all
Yeah.
blended in. Mike B, this is a great way to live your life as a bourbon drinker. Do not kick any bourbon out of bed until you try it. That's also applicable in other parts of your life, perhaps.
Yes. Now I will say I have not liked other Nulu products, and Jay does.
Typically, I do.
But I like this.
I don't hate this.
The Nulus that we have had have all been pretty high proof, though. I don't know if that's typical for them, but they've all been a higher proof point.
So to me, if you're a wine fan, if you know a girl who's like, hey, I want to drink bourbon, but I like wine.
She can't have this because it's too hot. It's too hot. She needs one of these others
This
down
is very
here.
whiny, man.
She needs one of these
You're
others over
spoiling it.
here.
We haven't even talked about those yet.
Jay, everybody knows they're finished, so they're going to be a little sweeter.
You're fucking finished. Hey, is that game over yet? Mm-mm. Oh my God. Dude, Cal's going to be hearing it, bro.
You know, that's what they get for giving him a lifetime contract.
I like that more than I remember, Courtney.
It's very good.
You know, it's 120 proof, but it doesn't hit that hard.
No, it does not.
But it is really, really sweet. Like,
it is sweet. It is sweet.
that's about the sweetest I can remember.
It's not syrupy sweet, though. I don't taste syrup in it. I guess I would taste more like brown sugar in it.
Goose Flat says, JG, I've got 2 brands of bourbon for you to try if you have not tried them. J.R. Ewing bourbon.
I'm not. J.R. Ewing?
Coming
Is this from Dallas?
Coming in hot in the bullet. And a Bird Dog bourbon small batch. I thought Bird Dogs
I've had
were
Bird Dog.
I thought they were flavored. Maybe not that one.
We've had Bird Dog before.
Is there really a J.R. Ewing? Is that a thing?
I don't know. That's pretty funny. It's definitely going to be a Texas one.
Did he make that up? He made that up, didn't he? He made that up. He made it up. Okay. Goose Flat, I look forward to it, brother. I really do. Raven says the UK band does not look happy. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Trouble in paradise, man.
So, I think this is very good.
What would you give that, Courtney? How many charcoal briquettes would you give that?
Out of 5, 4.5.
4.5 charcoal briquettes.
4.5.
I'd give this a 3.5 charcoal briquettes. So
Well, we like different kinds of bourbons typically.
we do like different kinds of bourbons. This is definitely a Courtney.
Last week was more of your theme because I thought most of them tasted like dirt.
We had double oaked last week, and you were crazy. You're legitimately crazy.
I'm not legitimately
Like something's
crazy.
not right with you.
Nope.
I'm concerned about you.
So, does anybody out there have a finished bourbon that they are drinking with us tonight?
Hell no.
I would love to know if they do.
Only if
and what is it,
only
if
if Becky
so?
or Tori are here. Hey,
Stop.
look at there. Bridget, is she currently playing Bronco?
Hey.
Is she currently playing Bronco?
It's a different group.
What?
It's a different group.
Okay. Cuz says up 5 with 5 seconds left. Uh-oh.
Wow. What? Oh, there's going to be tears in Lexington.
We were Kentucky fans back in the early 90s when they lost to Marquette, I think in the second round. And it really felt like the world was coming to an end. And Marquette was decent, man. Oakland. Wow.
Oh, look at my friends. They know I went and got the hair did today. Thank you, lovely ladies. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it does. You got a
I got some volume.
volume. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, yeah. Cuz says a Bardstown Scout and Scholar, which I have sipped on, but I don't know a ton about it. But that sounds good
I
as
do
hell.
not recall that one.
Also, Blake says I broke down and bought a bottle of Yellowstone for the evening to help me wind down in my hotel room and sleep.
And sleep, yes.
Yellowstone. We like Yellowstone. Yellowstone is from, it's distilled legitimately like a mile from where my dad was living, or he grew up, in Lebanon, Kentucky. Marion County, Kentucky. So that's a great choice, Blake. It doesn't have anything to do with the show, though. Not that you care, but I was just saying. I find it a little harsh, but it's good. You know it's there.
I have not typically liked Yellowstone when I've had it before.
Beer barrel
Now
finish.
it's been a minute.
The
been a
Bardstown
minute.
Scout and Scholar has a beer barrel finish.
Oh, okay. Oh, Scout and Scholar. Isn't that the name of the restaurant there?
Fuck if I know.
I don't know.
Wow, we're getting some play-by-play from Cuz and Raven, kind of keeping us up to date.
Steel and a 3 diet.
This will be something to see Kentucky lose.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to hear that how this
Oh
thing
my
ends
gosh, you're gonna cry.
up. Next bourbon we're gonna hit
Yes.
is the Isaac Bone
Oh, okay.
Port Barrel.
Let me break this sucker out.
This is Mooey. Oh, I forgot to put this
Addison.
one down there. Gotcha. This is one that we got a hold of. I think I got this at the allocation, like 4 years ago.
Where did that come from?
Oh shit! I'm sorry, Raven. It was just from last time we were on this
Okay.
page. We got this in allocation, just kind of out
Yes,
of nowhere.
for some reason it's allocated here. It's just ridiculous.
And
There's no reason
I brought
for
it home, did not know what I had, and you were like, "Holy hell, I like this a lot."
This is an excellent first time port finish. If you want to try this, because it's relatively inexpensive, it's about $45. It is hard to find in Alabama, but it is yummy. Let me show you the bottle. It is very yummy. It is very easy to drink. The proof is 96, I think.
Oh, well, I mean, I
90,
had a
something
graphic
like that.
for you.
92. Sorry, 92. But it's really good. It is really good.
So this
The only thing that I have to say is that it's Virginia based, so I have a problem with that part.
well, I don't know if you saw this little note here at the bottom, but it's distilled at Buffalo Trace. So they distilled
Well,
it.
yeah, they are owned by Sazerac.
Anyway, it's distilled at Buffalo Trace, and they haul that shit over to Fredericksburg, Virginia, and it lies in wait there in Virginia. So I don't know if you consider that a Kentucky bourbon or a Virginia bourbon. I mean, it's
That's true. Well, I'm
Bottled in
glad to
Virginia.
know that. The company is still considered one of Sazerac's micro distilleries or whatever. 'cause they
Tori
have
W's in the
one of them.
house. One half
Hey,
of the
Tori.
Montgomery Power Couple. We love Toe.
But this is delicious. And if anybody ever wants to try it, this is, Captain, sorry.
May I?
So it is,
Hey, Cassidy B says Isaac Bowman double dribbled. So anything in Virginia we don't like right now because they're fucking cheaters.
But this is very tasty, like easy peasy to drink. And put that right there.
I still smell like a pool.
I don't know why you say that about a pool.
It's that wine shit. I don't know, man. It's a better nose, though, than the last one for me.
Oh, that smells so good.
I had no idea you were, like, such a whiny, like...
I don't...
Coveting wine and shit like that.
I dislike wine. I will never get a glass of wine. That is just not me.
I know, I had no idea.
But these finishes on this bourbon, I wonder if it is like some psychological thing from my childhood.
Because your mom drank a lot of wine?
My mom drank a lot of wine. My dad drank a lot of bourbon.
That's true.
I mean, you never know. It could be something like that.
Could be. You come from a long line of alcoholics, as you like to say.
So proud.
So proud. It tastes young. It's kind of light colored.
So easy to drink. So easy to drink.
I don't love this.
It's good. It's not as good as the other.
Well, I think it's missing the kick of the other one. This is like, what, 90-something proof?
Yeah.
92 proof. It lacks the kick.
There's something in the middle with this, though, now that I taste it again. I have not had this in a while. Now that I taste it again, there's something in the middle, like the middle hit. I can't figure out.
Look at this. Cassidy P says, Oakland's up 4 with 3.9 seconds.
He said those Malone dinners.
Hey, we got
That's
Major Zero in the chat. We love having Major
Cheers.
Zero here with us. What do we call that? Discord host with the most.
Yes.
Also a voluminous YouTube poster. If you guys aren't subscribed to his channel, you really ought to be.
See, now I feel like I've
certainly
oversold this because I really liked it before and it's been a minute since we've had this.
It's been a minute.
And now I'm like, it's not as good as I remember. It's still tasty, but it's not as good.
Let's see. Norman says drinking some Bowman Brothers
There you
tonight.
go.
Let's turn on to your show to see you're drinking Isaac Bowman. Hope all is good. Appreciate
That's
you,
right.
Norman. Glad to have you here, bro. Don't love this. If it's going to be,
pretty good.
wow.
It's not
Corey
as good
says
as I
baseball
remember.
just lost 1-0 to Arkansas. Arkansas is #1 in the country. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Cassidy P says final. I don't know if that's the score. Did they lose by 4? Did Kentucky lose by 4?
Oh my
goodness, guys. Oh my.
Wow.
Kentucky lost 80-76. Sonia
P.
herself a Millsaps major, but
Yes.
and a Sanford Bulldog. Well, by
No.
marriage. By
She's
marriage.
also
By
in
marriage.
Alabama.
She's on- But she's Sanford by marriage, so it's all good. Sanford's got a chance to beat Kansas tonight.
Well, our other team lost today then too, though.
Who's that?
Mississippi State.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that was frustrating. I've never thought this was a great bourbon.
I used to like it a lot. I don't like it as much now.
Wow, what
That's
happened?
really strange.
It's because it's too soft for you now.
I was sitting here like, ooh, this stuff's so good. Y'all need to get it. And then I'm like, maybe not. That's so strange. It changes, of course, your palate and what you like when you drink multiples every Thursday, Friday, possibly Saturday.
Ravin says all that talk about UK playing good ball lately. Would they win like 6 in a row?
I think that they got the 3 seed in the booty there.
Look at you. Dang, Courtney.
Yeah.
They won 6 in a row or 8 in a row going in at one point, and then they lost in the first round of the first round they played in the SEC tournament. And then they lose in the first round of the NCAA tournament. And I'm telling you, it is going to be absolutely on, dude. The message board geniuses is going to have to go overboard on Rups Raptors tonight because it's going to be hot. Hot. Cassidy B says number 3 for Oakland, a.k.a. my accountant. Crush the CATS Cats tonight. How about that?
Wow.
It's going to be on fire.
JBDC Elite's home is probably upset right now.
Yeah, I would say so. They like UK and Chelsea, and man, neither one of them are winning shit right now. You're still sipping on that.
I'm disappointed in myself.
The nose is better. I don't taste the wine as much, which is probably good, so it's not quite as sweet. This is not a super sweet bourbon.
No, there's a little more spice in it somewhere.
But it's just got a little bit of a funk in it that I don't dig on the late end of it. I don't think it's a particularly high rye mash bill, but...
I'm not as impressed as I used to be.
Let's see, Mike B says he's moving from that Rebecca Creek to a James E. Pepper decanter for Courtney.
That's right, Mike.
Courtney loves...
Mike, give it. That's right. I really like that bourbon. And probably part of it is the psychological factor of me enjoying the decanter. Because I really like a really nice bottle. Physically a nice looking bottle.
Look at that, CJ jumping into our chat. CJ,
Hey,
one of our favorites, and a really good dude, one of our favorite bunks, and a good dude
Which
altogether.
one are we doing
Also
next?
comes from good stock, as the kids say. Brandon H. says, you hate to see it, but more than that, you love to see it. Nobody crying over this way about Kentucky
That's
losing.
right.
Even though I am a Kentucky graduate, it's over the 26 years I've been gone, you kind of learn to see them as the evil power, so that's how I feel about it. All right, moving on, Courtney.
Yep, what we got now?
Oh, how many charcoal briquettes you giving this bitch?
Probably 3.
Yeah,
out of
I go
5.
3 flat on this.
Yeah.
And I would go.
I'm disappointed with myself. I'm sorry, y'all. I oversold it before I put it in my mouth again. No comments. No comments.
I love it when you put it in your mouth. Maddie T jumping in. I don't know if you know who that is.
Who's that?
Maddie T just checking in. Refers to herself in the third person. Got an exam tomorrow morning. I'm studying for kinesiology, I guess.
I thought it was Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
Cassidy Pieces, their shooting guard from Oakland, says, we're not a Cinderella. My man. Yeah,
Study up, Maddie T.
beating Kentucky in NCAA tournament ain't too hard, right?
That's kind of sad,
That
man.
ain't the hardest work there is in the world. All right, moving on to
right.
the Joseph A. Magnus, which is a interesting bottle. This is
Boy, that looks like syrup right there in that picture.
a little piece of trivia here. Me and Courtney, when we were just starting to get our second wind on bourbon maybe 10 years ago, 8 years
Yeah,
ago.
probably about that 10.
This won a blind taste for us.
Yes.
We didn't know what it was, and we were at Liquor Barn, and we did like a 4 or 5 taste thing, and we said, holy hell, we really like this one. And so we have been drinking Magnus a while. This is when it first came out. Maybe it's like 2018 or something like that.
That was the best thing
2017.
ever. And it was called Liquor Barn? Yeah, Liquor Barn. In Lexington, they have a little bar there, and so you just go in, and it was like $2, like, I don't know, half-ounce pours of whatever you wanted.
Pours.
And it was a great way to figure out what you wanted to try more of, what you wanted to pay a little more for. And then we bought this bottle, not this particular bottle, but we bought a bottle. And I was scared because we spent like $100 on it. And I was like, this is a lot of money to spend on bourbon.
It was a lot.
And now we spend a lot more on bourbon.
It's been done, yeah.
But I'm interested to have some of this because it's been a minute.
It has been a minute. This is Joseph A. Magnus Company. They're a non-distilling producer. They were in Washington, D.C., I believe. They recently moved to Michigan at the behest of Betsy DeVos, the former education secretary, who has a controlling interest in the company that owns that. And they also own the other company out there that does the Michigan bourbon that I can't remember the name of. They have like the Buggy Whip Wheat and Journeyman. They're up there too. The story on this is a dude found a bottle of this in like his grandma's basement. With a lot of these stories start like this, and he reverse engineered this blend or something, and which sounds kind of cockamamie to me. I don't know. This is basically MGP and some other shit. 3 times finished, 2 in sherry, 2 different kinds of sherry casks, and then a cognac cask. So this has definitely been around the block, as some kids would say.
And it's an older bourbon to start with.
Kind of like we used to say about Tridelts. They've been around the block a little bit.
I mean, it doesn't say how long they're keeping it each of those casks, but the minimum is going to be at least 3 months. So you're talking about, what, 9 months maybe or longer?
I was also reading that
giving birth.
Joseph A. Magnus got in with MGP at a time that worked out good for them, because MGP is being very stingy with their older stuff that they're sourcing out now. But Joseph Magnus was able to have the money to set up a long-term deal with MGP, and so they're still getting some of the really good stuff from MGP, whereas other non-producing distillers are struggling to get it. So they're getting 8 to 12 year juice from MGP, and then of course, like you mentioned, they're triple finishing this, and we don't know how long those are in there.
Right.
My guess is it's in there a little while, because this has a lot of sherry characteristics.
Yes.
For me.
Funny thing is I don't. That does not have a strong nose at all, to me.
No, I agree. Kind of a muted nose.
It's kind of muted.
This is not hot proof though. 100 proof is not on time. This pour is usually 100 flat where we're at. I've seen it more in the 90 range in Kentucky. So I don't know exactly what it's going to be where you guys are at.
Oh, this still is so good.
It's very polished,
Yes, it's so good. Like
refined.
that sherry finish is still on your tongue for a long time.
Which is very sugary. But this isn't...
It's good.
This tawny port finish, I think, is artificial tasting to me. This is not artificial tasting to me.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, this has just a subtle pull to it.
This is good. This is good. Now I will say the cigar blend from Joseph Magnus.
Now, hold on, the cigar blend was all right. It was the Murray Hill Club.
No, neither of them I cared about.
Absolutely.
Now the Murray Hill Club makes sense because that was like the Murray Hill Club was like a cigar smoking establishment. And
Cassidy B says, is that Joseph A. Magnus or sorghum? Right there in the picture.
Yes, I know. It looks like it, doesn't it?
Blake has never had that one, but it looks pricey, so I probably won't. LOL.
You should have a pour of this sometime if you get the opportunity because it's good.
We're going to get him set up, man. Blake's going to come over from the East Coast, and we're going to take real good care of him. Bro.
Definitely.
This is tasty. I still don't know about $95 or $100 for the. I mean, it's good.
I would, if I had to choose between these two, I would definitely take them.
100%. I'm going to give this like 4.25 charcoal briquettes out of 5. It's pretty fucking good. For some reason, I don't drink this as much, even though I know it's there. I don't know. I'm like self-conscious about killing the bottle or whatever. But it's readily available. I don't know why I don't drink it more. It's very refined and friendly and easy to drink, I think.
It's very good.
We ought to consider that when our friends that don't know how to drink, when they ask for something, that's probably something they ought to have.
That's good. It's very good.
I don't know why we don't think of it that way. We should.
I know.
The 100 proof.
But that's interesting because we liked it 10 years ago and we still like it. So that's good for us. Because usually a lot of the things we used to like, we've kind of, I want to say we've outgrown it, but we've outgrown them.
Mike says he's going to be around Florence, Alabama at the end of April, up near the University of North Alabama. Are there any good stores I should look for to find some good bottles?
I don't know about anything in Florence.
Yeah, I don't know about Florence, brothers. So in our state, typically it's hard to find good bottles anywhere because the ABC controls everything. And compared to other ABCs that we've been in contact with or gone to see their stuff, ours is, we just, they don't give us much.
It's sad.
It's not a great state to hunt for bottles, honestly. But there's been some stuff in Huntsville at Windmill. We run across. It was pretty good. You got me a
store picks are usually your best bet in Alabama.
Yeah. So I would give this 4 1/4 charcoal briquettes.
I like it a lot.
Is what I would give this one.
I like it a lot.
And
if you get the opportunity, you need to pick up this bottle. If you want to spend $100 on a bottle and you want something good, I would suggest this.
I would agree.
I think this is good, and it'll meet the needs of several different people if you have guests over.
Let's talk about what it is, okay? That's a pretty dry bourbon.
Yes.
That is sweet, but it's not saccharine sweet. Does not have much rye to it, so you're not going to get much funk. And it doesn't have much heat either, so just kind of keep an eye on that. If you think you like dry bourbons, I think that's a good choice right there. I think it's a good one. Goose Flat, of course, we have fucking people that know exactly what they're talking about.
Nice.
This is Big Steve's Liquor Store in Rogersville, which is, I think, going to be a...
Rogersville. Isn't that closer to the border?
We went to Rogers, which I don't know if it's near Rogersville or not.
In Alabama, it's probably a suburb of Rogersville.
Yeah, we went to see a baseball game. I think Trinity Presbyterian played up there.
How long ago was that?
That's probably 2000. 99 or 2000. We went to Rogers, Alabama, which is literally like 3 miles from the Tennessee border.
It was before we had Mads.
And I had to drive my ass over to the newspaper.
To the newspaper there.
And write in their newsroom. Yeah,
was it like
crazy.
The Florence Sun or something?
Florence.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, Jeff Mack was he got me hooked up there. What is that paper? The Florence?
Gazette.
Anyway, Jeff died.
Well, that was fun to talk about.
No, he was a great guy, though. He was great. Corey says he's ready to sip on a Bushwhacker April 13th.
Oh, nice.
Which is going to be when we have our bunker bourbon shindig down on Orange Beach.
Don't you worry, we'll be bringing bourbons.
He says, I guess I need to win this 80K boat in this tournament and not worry about the bottles in the Pickwick area.
Oh.
I hope you win, bro. I really do.
Man, if you do, you need to let us know and we'll come help test out your new boat.
Oh, yeah, we know a lot about fishing, me and Courtney.
No, if he wins a boat, we're just going to go
you.
And observe the amazing amount of fish he catches.
The Florence Times Daily.
That is correct.
How in the world can I forget that?
Yes.
Disgusting.
That was late night.
Late night.
Late night.
All
Because
right,
that was back before the interwebs really were
We're going to
going.
go to the last one here. This is one I'm very interested to see what Courtney thinks about this. This is a Thomas S. More Port Cask Finish. We won this in a silent auction at Troy University a year and a half ago.
And give it a kiss.
I think we paid $85-ish, $90 for 2.
Yeah, we got a good deal on 2.
We got that in the green one for like $85.
Yeah, there's 3 in this Thomas S. More finished series. There's the Port Cask. What?
I think there's one more. Right?
No, there's 3.
Okay.
What else do you have? Chardonnay.
Madeira.
And,
Madeira, sherry, port wine.
Sorry.
Port casks.
He's correct. I
don't think there's a ton more.
This hurts.
There might be 5 or 6. I don't know.
This hurts. So I do need to share something very interesting with you that I learned today.
Yes.
That you probably do not know. Do you know why it's called Barton 1792? Do you know what 1792 is now?
I do know.
Because I had the little note about what it was?
We talked about this before. So.
Let me go ahead and have something to drink. Why is it 1792?
If I had to guess, I would think that's the year of Kentucky became a state.
And what state was Kentucky? What number state?
12-ish?
15.
That's close.
What president was born in Kentucky? He was born near where your dad was born.
I should know that. Not Abraham Lincoln, though, right?
Abraham Lincoln.
I thought he was born. No, he was born in Kentucky and then grew up in Illinois. Right?
Abraham.
Oh, look at this. AU Taxman says Rups Raptors is getting bad gateway timeout errors. Rival servers are like, holy shit, guys. Oh, no. Oh, my God. It's going to be on fire.
Can you imagine?
This is
oh,
going to
my
go on
gosh.
for days, dude. This is going to be days.
And here's the thing. Those writers are all stuck wherever they are. Where are they?
I don't know where the hell they are.
Wherever they're playing. They're stuck there because they guarantee they did not make a ticket back until Sunday.
Hell no. No, this is bad news. All right, so Thomas S. More, Barton 1792 Distillery, which is in Bardstown. This is special to me because my granddad Tate, Jason Tate, worked there in the 60s and early 70s. No, 60s. And he worked in the warehouse there, and so that was kind of a family thing. Retails for $65-ish. I think we got it a little cheaper because of that Troy thing. 98.9 proof, no age statement, although we believe it to be 5 years. And this is very interesting. They finished this shit for at least a year.
1 to 3 years.
It's up to 3 years. And so I was reading this earlier, and it said something about how we really want you to taste that finish. Well, fuck, if you leave it in there for a year and a half, you're going to taste it. So, yeah, let's see how strong this is, man. I haven't had this in a minute.
Yes, this is probably, I will say before I finish this right now, this is probably my favorite finished bourbon.
Well, we'll see. You haven't had it in a little while.
Let me have a little taste here and see how it is.
Let's see. Cassidy P says the UK beatdown
and Pittsburgh.
Is in Pittsburgh, beautiful Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. Such a fun city.
Brandon is a Sanford guy, and he's an Auburn guy, but he likes Sanford too. He maybe have a degree from both. I don't know. He's pulling for the Sanford Bulldogs against the Kansas Jayhawks tonight, and I am too. I think the world is, honestly. Wow, Kentucky lost, dude. Corey says pen to paper on the Nike deal at JG. The answer is yes. I was told the bow has been wrapped.
Nice.
And I don't mean B-O. I mean B-O-W, like, so that is, that's where I stand on that. I'm hoping to get, like, something super official on that for you guys, ASAFP.
This is a nice note.
CJ says, you two better bring good bourbons.
CJ,
I'm ready to be taught
we only bring
the art
good
of
bourbon.
I like how it says you better bring it. Or else. Oh, here we go.
Wait a minute. I have some mellow corn over here.
We got some Kentucky gentlemen.
Some Kentucky gentlemen and mellow corn are coming your way, buddy.
I got an idea.
What?
Let's do mellow gentlemen and we'll mix them.
Ooh, that sounds
just for CJ.
Tasty.
Here's CJ. This is a $50,000 bourbon.
Yes.
I meant 50,000 penny bourbon.
And it may look like urine, but it tastes so good. Mmm.
Wow,
yummy.
You really sold that one, Courtney.
The mellow corn looks like it came out of a catheter.
I was not ready for that.
Very sweet nose.
Oh my God, that's sweet on the front. Good God. God dang, that was sweet. That's like sucking on a Starburst or something right there. Holy shit.
I mean, come on, Jay. That's a little much.
That's the sweetest front I've ever tasted right there.
More like a butterscotch.
I fuck with them butterscotches now. Get that guy number. I fuck with them butterscotches now. Okay, so to me, this is a slightly better version of this Tawny Port Nulu. Yeah, I'm just kind of savoring it for a second. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it is good.
It's just, man, that sweetness, if you're not ready for it, it will punch you right in the fucking face.
It's good.
Let's see, a couple other interesting comments coming through here. T-Roy says, AU and Nike, never thought I'd see that, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't either, man. It's been a minute. I've never seen it here. I mean, Russell was what they had for a long time, then Under Armour twice, back to back. It's crazy. Goose Flat wants to know if I'm doing sorry, CJ, hold on, I'll get to you in just a sec. If I'm doing a brain drain, I am. I think we'll pick it up at halftime,
I don't know. I'm not going to be there. I'll be at work.
Halftime, or if there's an emergency, we'll start earlier.
An emergency.
Yeah, if Auburn's like...
A brain drain emergency.
It happens sometimes. You run out of bourbon or whatever. CJ says, JGAA is a great negotiator. I've seen her in my working duty. Apparently she's right across you professionally, Miss Courtney.
That's funny, yep.
Mike B says, interested in this one. My favorite store owner told me to stay away from this.
So it depends. If you like a finished bourbon that's a strong wine, I would say this definitely has sherry. It's not necessarily winey. It's more sherry-like. I would definitely try this. Now, one of these I would not try is the Chardonnay one. I did not like that
white label
at
one.
all.
We didn't like that.
It's like
one at all.
white or greenish label. Did not care for that.
That's a white label, straight up. The Chardonnay is.
Yuck. Not a fan. Cassidy P says,
Might
I
be-
prefer to mix Old Granddad 114 and mellow corn.
Call it Old Granddad corn. Hey, we can mix that shit.
No, please don't.
Just get the mellow corn.
It might spontaneously combust.
I get it.
Oh, we don't need to mix any of that.
No, we'll
Jay, that is not how we're
fuck
not
with-
making our own finishing
I
series.
fuck with them butterscotches now.
Jay trying to make his own finishing series live on the air.
I'm going to finish. I'll finish
It's
wherever I
going
want
to taste
finish.
awful.
I'll finish wherever I want to finish.
Oh, that's not good.
What? All right, we're doing it right here,
So-
Casa DP.
We've tasted all 4 of these tonight. Jay, you've not told me which you like the best.
Magnus. Where's that Old Granddad at?
It's right here. Old Granddad is just fabulous.
That's a good standby. This
That
is
114. That's what I start every show with. I have to have a hit of that before we go on the air. It is so tasty.
Ravin wants to know if you've been negotiating tips. I know. That's funny because
Hey, I always give him a tip. I do. You're actually mixing that shit. Oh my
Hey,
God.
Casa DP said it was good.
No, he didn't say it was good. He just gave it a name. He did not say anything about it.
Old Granddad corn.
Ah, Jay's showing off his shorts. Do you see his cute little legs? I cannot believe you're drinking that voluntarily.
I kind of like mellow corn. I mean, for what it is.
It is awful.
No, it's not great, but it's like...
It's awful.
It's cheap.
It's awful.
I'm sorry, it's inexpensive. It's
It is
inexpensive.
awful.
Now, Ravin, if you tell other people to negotiate the tip, I don't know, man. Mike B says, nothing not to like here. Hit the button. Hey, now.
Thumbs up.
Thank you, Mike.
Subscribe and like. You need that little like spinny thing that comes on. It's like subscribe and like.
Yeah. This is not the greatest bourbon I've ever had right now.
I'm so surprised. I mean, I really thought it was going to be amazing, Jay.
Yeah, it's okay. I'd probably drink it like just for fucking around with my friends or whatever.
I don't think so.
Mike, I probably wouldn't mess with this one, bro. I think this is a swerve. I don't think you got to hit this.
The Thomas S. Moore?
Yeah, I don't think you got to worry about that. Dude, Mike's
I
been drinking
like
better
it.
shit than that.
I like it, but I mean, that's
Ravin
me.
says that Old Granddad plus mellow corn equals flatulence, Courtney.
No more.
Do we have anything
more,
for that?
No more. No, we do not have it tonight.
Damn, what a bummer.
Darn. We don't need any more flatulence in our lives, Jay.
I'm not drinking anymore. I got to do the pro day in the morning.
Yep. He's so excited about going to
I'm
Auburn
fucking
tomorrow.
thrilled about doing pro day before the tournament game. That's amazing.
It makes perfect sense.
Okay,
right.
so for me, Thomas S. Moore gets 3 1/2 charcoal briquettes.
I'm going to give it 4.5. No, 4.25.
Really? You're that happy with it?
4.25. Yes, I still really like it. But out of these picks, the Magnus is my favorite.
There's the only one you need from the night, guys. And that's all there is to it.
Yep. The Magnus is...
We like the Magnus. It's
Magnus
delicious.
is the best. For sure.
$100, $95 maybe. It's something that's accessible. You can drink this on a Tuesday night and not feel too bad.
Or a Thursday night.
Put that right there. I think my hand slipped.
I think so.
Sorry about that. We got a piece of news Courtney wants to talk to you guys about.
I
No, she's
share
not
with y'all.
pregnant. We're not having another baby.
Hail to the no.
Courtney she wanted to do a little bourbon news this week.
Yes, I was very excited about this.
You came across this story from Garrett County.
Garrett County. And you would not know that's Garrett County, but, that is Kentucky.
Everybody in Kentucky knows it's Garrett County.
Of course they do. I had lived in Kentucky for 26 years, 25 years before moving here, and I'd never heard of Garrett County. Now, in Kentucky, there are 120 counties, and that is how people tell you where they're from. They don't tell you what city they're from. They'll always tell you what county they're from. The only time they tell you they're from a city is if they are from Louisville or Lexington.
Yeah.
Other than that, they're going to tell you what county they're from.
A lot of people from Paintsville say that too. Paintsville or Pikeville.
Well, you're going to be up in the mountains, yeah. They don't have cities there except those two.
They just have hamlets. All right, so Garrett County Distilling Company. Courtney was very happy about this for a particular reason, but it's located in Lancaster, Kentucky, which is just about, 10 or 15 miles east of Danville, maybe
It's
25, 30
near
miles south of Lexington, something like that, in Garrett County, obviously. Their label is called All Nations, not Alt Nations. All Nations. I think it has a red label. I've seen it once.
Yes.
And, Courtney, if you want to just give the rundown there.
The reason I thought this was very interesting is because they just opened this distillery on January 1st. They began their first pours of their own bourbons to store in their rick houses. They currently have 17,000 source barrels that they are aging and are going to first put out into this All Nations brand. The thing I thought that was amazing is that they're starting this on January 1st, 2024. And by the end of 2030, they are going to have 26 rick houses, I think it was. 24 rick houses. So when you do that, and each rick house is going to store 25,000 barrels. So when you do that math, that's 600,000 barrels of bourbon they're going to produce in 6 years. And that's just mind-boggling to me that this place is just starting up. They're getting right into it, and they're going, lack of a better way of putting it, balls deep. This is not a micro distillery. This is we are in, and we are going to put all balls to the wall and go for it. And that's pretty impressive going up against all the bourbons that are out there now. And
it better be tasty.
Yeah, it better be tasty.
He says that Cassidy B says they were affiliated with Scofflaw Brewing, which I think you had mentioned in your notes.
Okay.
Is that the dude in Atlanta? Is that Atlanta,
Yes.
Cassidy P?
Yes.
Because this started in Atlanta.
Yes, they had sourced bourbon from Kentucky and were producing, that's where the All Nations is currently coming from, is out of Atlanta area.
Yeah, word. You had mentioned the guy's name, and I think it was Scofflaw.
The other thing I think was amazing is that the entire county was dry until November of 2023.
Yeah, and they changed it for this.
Amazingly, they're like, you know what? These people are already building a distillery here, so we're going to go ahead and change the law for them.
Yeah. It's a dry county. There are dry counties in Kentucky, which is crazy.
So
Christian County's wet. Bourbon County was dry.
Yeah. I just think it's very interesting that all this is going on now. And I know that there's a big bourbon boom, but to get in it at this game just is a real risk taker.
That's what
in my
Otek's
opinion.
saying. He says that's a lot of bourbon. I hope the demand is still there in 6 years.
That's a big risk taking, in my opinion.
24 rick houses times 25,000. I mean, that's a shitload of bourbon, man. And it better be good, or else like nobody's gonna buy that shit. I don't know. I guess they feel confident.
Oh, I do want to say something about the bourbons that we tasted earlier.
Yeah.
I thought was very interesting. The Nulu, the Thomas S. Moore, and the Isaac Bowman all came out in 2020.
I did not know that.
Isn't that interesting?
Everybody was bored.
Everybody's at home drinking. Let's put some new stuff out.
By the way, the master distiller at Garrett County is a woman.
Yes, she is.
And so my first question was, is there a man I could talk to?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, there's a chick there. She was at...
There's a chick there.
Yeah, a chick there. She was at Widow Jane, is that what
Widow
it is?
Jane,
Yeah, Widow
yes.
Jane, and they confiscated her, stole her, poached, very good.
Poach is the word, Courtney.
And brought her on over. So I just think it's very interesting that that's a lot to be gambling on.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that obviously those numbers can change when the bourbon influx changes.
Bubble bursts.
Yes.
All right. Moving on to, according to the
Notes.
notes I was given, we're going to photos here. Just some stuff that's gone on in our life in the last week we'd like to share. Courtney loved this dessert.
This was a delicious dessert. It is basically a baked like apple pastry with vanilla ice cream, caramel, and like some cinnamon pecans on it. Oh my goodness, it was very yummy. And of course the bottom was warm and the top was cold, and it was very delicious. Very delicious.
Bottom warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked good. I did not participate in that, but
He's a big baby.
I hope you had a good time. This is some ramen soup that me and Courtney made a couple days ago, whatever. A HelloFresh special, and we liked that one.
It was really good. It was called like Lo Dam Din Dung Some Soup.
Yeah, of course.
It had a whole bunch of names, but it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were surprised that looked.
I was like, when we were making it, I was like, we might need to make sure we have some sandwich makings after this. But it was really good, and it was very filling. I was surprised at how filling it was, and I've never seen ramen noodles that were straight. They were in a package just like spaghetti. They were straight ramen noodles.
Usually gay.
Oh my God!
We went to our friend Johnny JW's birthday yesterday. He was 50
Look at
years
him.
old, huh?
50 years old.
Took a picture of his dessert there.
Yummy.
And I think Cuz and Bex brought him the coveted 5-pack.
Yes.
Of the 5-pack of beer.
Yes, because you had to have one on the way.
So I thought that was a really cool cake and bridge.
A friend of hers made that. Like it wasn't. I mean, I'm not nearly that talented.
That's great. Really, really like it. This is a funny one from our cat. We have these covers on our divan.
On our couches.
My grandma called it a divan.
Trying to keep the pets off. Well, when they get on the couches, which they're not supposed to be on the couches, they're not ruining the couches. So what does this little fucker do?
He gets under it. He burrows under it.
He goes up underneath it. And Jay the other night sat on the couch.
Sat down on the couch.
And he goes, I think I sat on a cat.
I could feel him wiggling under me, and I was like, uh-oh.
I think I sat on a cat.
So he's been burrowing under the sheet, and it kind of defeats the
I'm
purpose
like, you
of
little
this.
fart.
Defeats the purpose. Courtney sent this. Oh, never mind. This is the damage we did at Tipping Point last week.
This is Friday night.
Yeah,
Yes.
Courtney loves eating those goldfish with her bourbon.
I forgot about over there. I said I needed to taste that, and that was a pineapple martini he'd made, and it was terrible. My God, it was awful.
Martini's not really our shit,
No, but I was like, a pineapple martini I could probably handle, and it would just taste like but I have to have the goldfish to end the night.
I understand. This next picture, this is our tray at home. I sent this to my friend Ben, who was asking to see what my array was, and I don't think he was that impressed with it, but I am. I mean, that's some good bourbon there, yo.
That is some good bourbon.
Got some double barrel blend Parkers, got the birthday bourbon, got the Blade and Bow 22, got the Purple Top 10-year Willet.
You got the dog toy in the corner.
Do I really? Oh, yeah,
See
I
right
see
behind
it. Yeah. Lux Road, double barrel 12-year, Old Forester 1924, 4-gate.
I mean, this isn't our bourbon stash, y'all. I mean, this is just what we have out on
the
top of
yeah.
the bourbon counter.
Yeah, whatever. He wasn't that impressed with it, I don't think.
Yeah, so the Blanton's are the lamps. The empty Blantons are the lamps.
I was at Auburn today, and this is like the perfect place to watch the NCAA tournament. Look at that. We got a big-ass TV, plus all of the 4 other TVs are on the other 4 games. Like, could you imagine, like when I was in high school, if there was a
That would
place
have done it.
where you could watch all 4 games at the same time?
Yeah,
I was pretty fired up, man.
That's pretty cool.
I was happy to see that, so I took a picture of it, whatever. Courtney sent this picture over. Apparently, it's me and her drunk.
This is Jay Friday night.
Yeah, I was kind of drinking a little bit. I think
Jay.
am I trying to grab your titty?
I think you are, but you're a little high.
Oh. At least I'm close. I look drunk as shit, man.
Yes,
I don't think I was that lit, though.
You look pretty lit.
I don't think I was. I really don't. And Blake, just for you, my G. Look at there. Blake says he couldn't end a bourbon blend without seeing you.
There are no breadsticks in that picture, though, Jay.
You're absolutely right. We got to get that fixed.
Yeah, there are no breadsticks. Oh, shit. There they are.
There
I like my newer breadstick pick better.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
Yeah, that's a better breadstick
That was in
pick.
focus and you were sober, which means we don't love it as much. It doesn't even look like you. I don't even know. It's like your sister who, not Jennifer, but like another sister that I didn't know who it was. I don't know. So that's what we got.
Yeah, so where's Courtney's Corner?
Oh, do you want to do Courtney's Corner? We need to get, do we have a soundbite for that?
No.
It's time for Courtney's Corner.
That's going to be your first soundbite you're going to make yourself.
Courtney's Corner. Courtney's Corner.
Sponsored by Olive Garden Breadsticks.
Hey. So Courtney every week comes up with something we can discuss open-ended at the end of the show, right? Something banal that nobody's going to get
Doesn't have anything to do with bourbon.
Right. It's just something that Courtney thinks is fun. Really, Courtney types into Google whatever it is, like
I do not
conversation pieces
do that.
for internet shows.
That is rude as hell. I do not.
Okay. Anyway, here it is. Courtney's Corner. Courtney's Corner. Guilty TV
Cassidy
pleasures.
P. Hold on. Cassidy P. Yes, we are full for the Local 3 event.
Oh, Cassidy P.
Yes.
Cassidy P will be there, and Mrs. Cassidy P will be there as well.
We are full officially.
Well, did T Park?
Well, T Park's gonna.
We're working on T Park. Mm-hmm. Yes, Revenge says Courtney's Corner needs a jingle. Oh, I got you.
It can be as good as the intro music.
Did you know my granddad actually used to calling someone on the phone a jingle?
Really?
He'd say, "I'll give you a jingle on your birthday, Jay," or whatever.
Jingle jangle.
A jingle. I thought that was weird.
Yes, so guilty TV pleasures. So, like something you may or may not want to admit that you watch.
Yeah.
Well, I'll admit all day long I watch The Real Housewives. I love the Bravo series. Every single one of them I love, except Miami. I'm not wild about Miami.
You don't like Salt Lake, do you?
I like Salt Lake.
Oh, shit.
I like them all.
What about Dubuque?
There's no Dubuque. There's no Montgomery, Alabama. But I love it. I love it. Oh, it's so much fun because there is nothing. Nobody's relationships are really like that, and it's just fun to watch. Let's see who's gonna fight.
So that's Real Housewives of Atlanta for Courtney, and then also Real Housewives of New Jersey.
New Jersey, Atlanta, Potomac, Orange County, Salt Lake. I mean, all of them. Give them to me.
Anyway, this lady's screaming on the left side of your screen. That's Teresa
Giudice.
Giudice at the time, Giudice.
She's Giudice.
And she was screaming, "Prostitution whore!"
That was the season 1 finale. And that chick is still on there like 15 years later, however long later. It is a great, that stuff is so much fun.
Word.
So much fun.
So Real Housewives for you, My Strange Addiction.
My Strange Addiction was awesome because there's some chick sitting there and she'd open up the seat, the couch cushion and start eating the foam out of it. Or going and getting a roll of toilet paper and eating it. And I'm like, I don't get it.
You showed me a chick one time, you had stopped the show to show it to me. She was eating detergent.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, chewing on it.
Like the little pods,
savoring every bite. I'm like, what is wrong with this chick?
O-Tag is smart. Do you see this? I'm not afraid to admit he
Judge Judy.
watches.
I kind of like Judy Scheinlin. I don't
Yes.
necessarily watch her a lot, but she's entertaining.
I love her because she's entertaining.
Below Deck is one. I like that too. I don't.
Below Deck is just
My mom will
drama.
watch that.
The thing I love about Below Deck is that it's drama in a very confined space. Like, you cannot get away from these people that you're fighting with.
Yeah. There's some hot bitches on that show,
And
though.
not only that, you're fighting with them, and you're sleeping with them, and then you're turning around and having to work with them as, great customer service the next day.
Yeah, and a lot of the people that are paying for the boats are very high maintenance. So you
gotta come
be on
with
your
it.
game.
That's a tough one.
Cheaters. I like Cheaters.
Cheaters
too.
is awesome because you're going to talk about the domicile. You're going to talk about, what else? Give me some
I
other
don't know.
great words that they use.
Domicile's a great one, but
We're going to go to her domicile.
Cheaters investigators follow the suspect. I love it, and about every
hysterical.
third or fourth show, you hear a quote which is just absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Which, when we were watching it with cousin Becky one time, it was just people helping people.
It was if somebody had their underwear on the dashboard. What was that quote? I forgot
I
that.
don't remember. Cheaters is good though. Judge Judy, yeah. Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump Rules is... I've watched that since day one because that actually came off of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That was the little spinoff from it. Probably the best spinoff I've ever seen because they actually kept rolling from the end of the season of Beverly Hills, and it rolled right into the altercation between Sheena on Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Well, I've been to Sir, and I met
has been to Sir.
I met the manager, or saw him,
Yes.
who's on the show sometimes.
Yes.
He was pretty handsome.
Ooh,
I
he's
say that as a
cutie.
straight guy. It's the straightest thing I've said all day.
Smelled really good too.
You betcha.
So scroll back up. We have some others that have already made comments.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I haven't even got to say mine yet, but okay. That's fine.
Okay, Jay can go ahead
No,
and
I
share
don't give a
his.
shit. Whatever. OTAG is with you on Jersey Shore. I'm sorry. Ravin says Jersey Shore. OTAG
That's
is
a
with
good
you on
one.
Below Deck. CJ says that Mrs. 19 has a Judge Judy guilty pleasure as well.
Yes.
Judy Scheinlin's, she's entertaining, I think. CJ says, I'm not afraid to admit I love Jackass. That went off the TV air before you were born.
That
But the
was
movies continue.
that stuff can make me laugh.
And
I wanna
AU
pee.
Taxman says, no such thing as a guilty pleasure. Be proud of what you like.
I
All
don't
right.
know about being proud of it, but it is fun.
So Jackass for me was that was one of the most important shows that's ever happened to me because I grew up with people like that, and I was a guy like that growing up. We played frog baseball and skated in pools and shit like that, and did all kinds
Like
of crazy
the
shit.
nutsack.
Yeah,
tossing the balls on
we used to
nutsack.
throw bones. We used to have to sit in a room and throw bones at your buddy's balls.
Dog bones.
Yeah, you flip dog bones up to try to hit him in the nuts, and he can't deflect it or whatever. We did shit like that. And so when I saw that, this was before the internet really took off, I felt like I had my friends back together.
You got the party back.
So I really love Jackass, and I know it's not a critically acclaimed show or anything. Cheaters I love. Love is Blind I like. Golden Bachelor, I watched every episode this season.
That was a good one. Bethany Frankel. Jay and I disagree on this.
Yeah, I got a real thing for Bethany Frankel.
I do not.
I acknowledge that she is a very difficult person to live with. She's not a particularly nice person, but she's aware that she's a bitch.
Here's my thing.
She's gorgeous and she's smart.
Yes, she is. She's very pretty and she's smart, but she has forgotten her roots and where she came from.
Well, hold on now. Her dad basically.
No, I'm not talking
her.
about home life. I'm talking about she would not be where she was if it was not for Andy Cohen and Bravo TV.
Uh-oh.
And she has forgotten all that shit. And now she's all in on this Bravo's from hell. Andy Cohen is a jackass. I can't stand him. And all these people need to be paid more for their wages. And they're just making them drink all this alcohol in those shows. Girl, get off your soapbox. Go back to selling your cocktails and live with your daughter.
And Skinny Pop, too. She's amazing. But I wouldn't want to be married to her. I'll tell you that.
She's a crazy bitch.
I'm not even sure I want to be friends with her, but I like watching her fuck shit up. And Never Have I Ever, a show that's on Netflix that, believe it or not, John McEnroe narrates. That's the Mindy Kaling show with the Indian girl, and her mom's super hot. And I really like that show. It's It's really light and cute. It's probably not
It
aimed
is.
for my demographic, but I
No,
still
it's
like
not for your demographic.
I still like it anyway, so it's just a nice, happy show.
Are there any other guilty pleasures out there that we have forgotten that anybody wants to admit to?
CH's First 48, which is a good one, and Bar Rescue, which I actually like
Oh,
too.
Bar Rescue's
I
pretty
don't see
good.
Bar Rescue that much. If I see it on, I'll watch it. That and
We
Diners,
went
Drive-Ins, and
we
Bars.
went to a Bar Rescue bar.
I think I remember this.
The Raiders bar in Atlanta.
Oh,
It was a Bar
yeah.
Rescue bar.
That's right.
Yeah, they were on Bar Rescue.
I really enjoyed hanging out with our Raiders fans.
That was fun.
I saw Daniel Carlson the other day at Auburn.
Yes, his handsome self.
And I think there's a possibility AP's going to be at his pro day tomorrow because he was at Alabama.
Is he really?
He was at Alabama.
Oh.
I would almost have to break code and
Yeah,
get a
you're gonna have
picture.
to break code and get a
Get a picture
standing
of
on
AP.
business. Yeah, you're
I'll be
gonna have
like,
to.
AP, can we just do a standing on business pic or whatever?
Like, yeah, just a quick one.
AP stands
Yes.
on business.
Stand on business.
Big knees.
Stand on business.
Big knees.
Oh, Storage Wars!
my
I
God.
forgot about
Corey,
Storage
I've watched
Wars.
so many episodes of that.
I am
Oh my
so
God.
glad you brought that up. I love Storage Wars. I cannot remember any of their names on there though.
Oh, I can.
Who was the married couple? She
It
was cute.
Jared and Brandy.
Very good. I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, I love that. And she was always complaining because he would go buy something. And so it was like the perfect little match there.
And then there was Daryl and his son, Brandon.
And who was the grumpy, bald-headed man? The glasses. Everybody hated him.
Bald-headed?
Wasn't he bald?
You talking about Mike that had the...
No, he was...
the guy who had that black hat. He'd always go, yep.
Yes!
Yep.
What's his name?
I forgot his name now.
Oh, yeah, and he ended up having the yep hat. Oh, what was his name?
He was funny, man.
Oh, he was annoying.
Jared reminds me of
Storage Wars.
Gabe DeArmond. He kind of looks like yeah.
I don't think Gabe wears as the same
I liked
clothing
Mary.
atmosphere.
I really liked Mary when she came on the show.
Oh, she was like the artsy-fartsy girl. She would get things to paint.
Yeah, but she was just cool and had a good personality.
Yep.
Tori out of nowhere just says Alf.
Alf?
Tori, I didn't think you were
Oh
born
my
when
gosh.
Alf was on.
Alf?
Jeez.
Wow, that's a good one.
Alf was a show in like the mid-'80s where it was just
Wow.
like this alien was living with a family and it was just normal life. Like,
Yeah.
oh, well, this fucking
Yeah.
little turd-looking alien. I don't know. But guilty TV pleasures, they keep you
Deadliest
happy these days.
Catch.
Is that guilty?
That's a good one.
That's like an award-winning show, though.
Deadliest Catch is good. I mean, it's like on season like 17. But I have an
think
interesting little tidbit
I think
with
it's
that.
more than that. Oh, here we go.
My nephew's fiance is a nurse in Alaska, and she goes up to Dutch Harbor and she helps them when they come in.
She goes to St. Paul
Yeah, it's
Island.
pretty
She's been
cool.
to St. Paul Island,
Yeah,
too.
she goes to St. Paul Island, so it's pretty cool.
She probably will run into one of these guys eventually.
Yeah, with she'll be like, "Oh, you're missing a finger. Let me help sew that up."
I liked the Cornelia and Marie back in the day because we liked
Oh
Josh.
yeah.
Phil and Josh were awesome.
Oh gosh.
We tried to like Sig, but he's kind of a dick. But his
Sig's
brother
a dick.
Edgar was cool. And then Jake was like a hand on Northwestern, and then now he has his own boat called the Saga.
He got drug issues.
On and off.
A lot of them
his
have
dad
drug
did, like-
issues.
his dad did like
There's a lot of drug issues on
he had
that
a
show.
bad situation with his dad, but whatever. It's fine.
Anyway. Whoa, those are some good ones.
Good
I'm
stuff,
so glad.
guys.
Storage Wars I've not thought of in a long time.
Otex was Wicked Tuna, which
I have not watched that.
I have. It's good. I enjoyed
I mean,
that.
it's Deadliest Catch-ish, right?
CJ says that's a pleasure, but not a guilty one. See, a guilty to me is one that's like a shitty show.
Pawn Stars. That's a good one.
What's that? Rick and Chumley.
And one of them died.
I don't
Somebody
know. if
died.
I think the son got in trouble or something.
No, somebody
No,
died.
his dad died probably. The old man. I don't know. Tori, continuing up on Alf.
She's giving
Says,
us some background.
You never saw his feet, and I always wondered why. It's because they didn't exist in Alf's world.
Oh, okay. You didn't need feet. I like it.
He don't need that. I like how everyone Raven says that watches Deadliest Catch thinks they could be a greenhorn.
No.
Not me.
Not me.
I could
There's
not do that
zero
job.
chance. Zero
It's funny
chance.
how many greenhorns just get absolutely shit out.
Oh
too,
my
you know what I mean?
God. That sounds, they see the money and they're like, oh, I can do that. That sounds absolutely.
$25,000
That
for
sounds
2
like
weeks? Sure,
hell.
I can
That
do
sounds like someplace you go if you have to be punished.
Blake says the hill strands are my favorite, which tells me a lot about Blake, man. That's awesome. Hill strands
Yeah.
are.
They are.
Andy and Jonathan like to party.
They are
have fun.
renegades. I
yeah,
would
they
say.
are. They have
renegades.
fun. They have fun. Let's see.
Swamp people. Oh, that reminds me back in the day. What was that show?
Cassidy Pieces, my wife was a Cornelia Murray fan. I was always on the Northwestern unapologetically.
Okay.
Because I
it.
guess you like Sig and Edgar. Okay, I got you. Oh, when Phil died, that was just brutal. And I kept thinking Josh was going to be able to get it right. And
They just struggled.
they just struggled, man. I don't know. Let's see. Otag says, I think Chumley got in trouble in the old man.
okay.
Yeah, Chumley I thought was headed. Oh, no, hold on. Raven says Corey. That'd be the son, right? Passed away. Wow. That's not good. So he passed away and Chumley got in trouble. Cassidy Pieces, I missed my calling as...
Greenhorn?
Yeah, they say $25,000 for 2 weeks. Hell yeah, I'll do it. And then they get out there for 2 days and they're like, fuck this, I'm out.
And they like want to go crawl in the in the little
they're in
bed.
the HUD or whatever
Like,
they call
I'm
it.
dying.
The Greenhorn says he broke his wrist, but that shit ain't broken. Whatever.
He's like walking around like this.
The guy who runs the Wizard, Pete. He's
a
He
dick.
turns me off to that show.
Oh
man,
my
'cause
gosh,
he's
he's
such
a dick. Oh.
And he'll like rag on his brother Mouse, and like Mouse never says anything back, and I'm always like, bro, you got to call him a dick.
He
or
is
something.
not nice. He's not nice.
You got to call him a dick.
Not
or something.
nice.
No, he's not. He's really not. But
Oh, Corey, that is not a guilty pleasure.
no.
Corey, that is not a guilty pleasure. And let me explain something to you. This chick has seen every episode
I think you really
of 25 years
I think you have.
of that show. I love that show, and I love Mariska.
Yeah, but
She's a freaking baller, and
you
I
love
love
personality.
that she is not concerned about being a size 2 actress. She's going to be her. And I love it.
I mean, she's a pretty girl to look at, but if you hear her get interviewed, it's not so pretty.
Okay.
She doesn't seem very bright to me, but whatever.
You have to be bright to be able to be on the longest running show ever. Sorry.
She does look good, though. I'd definitely see her with the top off. I mean,
Well, lucky her that she would get to receive that attention.
that would
from
make
you.
her statistically anomalous.
No, not really.
Yeah. How many boobies has she showed her boobies to? How many men has she shown her boobies to?
I don't know the answer to that.
Why don't you ask her?
I'm not that close
Why don't
with
you
her,
get on
even though I
Twitter?
like it.
Get on Twitter and ask her. She'll probably tell you. Mike B making another plea. He's trying to get an E.H. Taylor barrel proof to start his 69th trip around the sun in
Hey,
May.
we have another May baby here.
I found one for $400, bro.
What a bargain.
That's probably a little high. If I had a lead on that, bro, I would definitely try to hook you up. I don't have one myself, and I never have. I wonder if people on Major Zero's Discord, that's probably where you came in from, but I don't know if you put out an APB on that one, you might be able to get some hits on that. I don't know. I've seen people ask for stuff similar to that, and they find there's a love connection, so it can happen.
Love connection.
Love connection. All right, Courtney, what do you think?
Well, I enjoyed this discussion
Sure was fun.
because I had forgotten completely about Storage Wars. And we used to watch that a lot.
Hell yeah, we did.
And I've forgotten about that. So thank you for bringing that back up.
Don't forget to pay the lady. It always seemed like her and her husband didn't get along very well.
No,
She's
they
like,
seemed a little...
This week we're in Pomona, and we're selling
he was
15
very much
lockers.
the one that wore the pants
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
he didn't-
relationship.
He didn't want to hear any mouth.
He didn't
on
want
his
to...
little
Yeah,
lady.
you better be quiet over there.
Blake says he's a May baby as well. How about that? Let's see. Otag says, for Mike, I'll be looking at Florida when I get back, Mike. Haven't seen it in the wild yet. Florida, you never know, man. That's a better place for searching than where I'm at, I'll tell you that. So you can find some good stuff.
Yeah.
Otag says Rupp's Raptors are still...
They probably took it down.
I think that Rivals made a business decision. on
No,
that.
they couldn't do that because it's actually a good business decision when all that shit's going down.
I think they're worried about taking the whole goddamn network down with all that traffic. These people are so pissed. They
Oh
lost
my God!
to
Can you imagine? No,
Oakland,
can you
bro.
imagine how pissed off you would be if you paid for a subscription site and it was down when they lost like that, and you have a coach you cannot get rid of?
Hold on, man. My Auburn friends that are in the
I
chat
know this,
know
Jay.
very well what that's like. When they
No.
lost Rashawn, and then they couldn't get on their own site to talk about the fucking Opelika kid they couldn't get.
This is different. This is
No,
getting
it
rid
was
of a
bad.
coach. You cannot get rid of a coach. They gave him lifetime. Like he can't get rid of
Number
him.
19 says Rupp's Raptors is over. They had a good run, I guess. Oh, here we go. He says, hey, G, I got the soundbite for the Chris Smooth splash. Splash. Gonna shoot it your way. Please do, bro. I love me some Chris Smoove. Chris Smoove looking for a noob. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Rupp Rafters equals Trey Matthews LSU game. I'm telling you, it happens sometimes, Courtney. People
I know
in Auburn
it does
know how
happen.
It happens. Mike B wants to drop a hundo for that. E.H. Taylor, not the 4,300. I could find it every day. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, we're probably going to wrap it up there. I got to get up, for me, early to go to Pro Day. We got Pro Day in the morning, and then Call Me Biscuit says he is gone. What does that mean? Oh, he thinks that he's going to get fired.
Cal?
Yeah.
How do you fire somebody from a lifetime contract?
Well, at some point he's got to just say, we got to restructure this, and I got to get the fuck out of here, you know?
I'm not butthurt about that.
Well, you're a Louisville fan, so
he
you
should have been
care.
gone a couple years ago. He hasn't done anything in a long time.
What? Yeah.
He has not produced in a long time for his wages.
Word.
I
I would agree 100%. It's not like I'm disagreeing.
When I don't produce for my wages, I don't get more money.
What about the wages at the house?
The wages at the house are not, anyway.
Yeah? You want to finish that sentence?
I'm talking about all the wages that we earn from the Bourbon Blend. The amazing amount of money we earn from the Bourbon Blend.
We do it for the love.
We do it for the love.
We do it for the love and for the thousands of people.
Yes, the hundreds of thousands, the 16,000 people we have on right now.
Yes, thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. I got Pro Day. We got at auburnsports.com. We got Pro Day in the morning, and then we got the basketball game at 3:15. Thank you, Corey, for straightening me out on that. And I think we're going to pick it up at halftime tomorrow, and then just stream for a while after that. So, for those of you who are Auburn people, Brain Train people, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow all day long. And if you are a bourbon blender, we will be back next Thursday with probably a show about bottled and bonds.
Bottle and bond is what we're doing next week.
That's what you said we were going to do this week.
Well, I forgot in between. So.
Yeah, you just do whatever you want to do.
Well, it is my show.
You little fussy bitches. All right, we'll wrap it up there. Mike B says, you guys make me giggle. Keep it up. I'm going to make
Glad
you
to hear
giggle.
it.
I'm going to grab your
I
arm.
ain't gonna giggle. That ain't make me giggle. All right.
Whiskey Nose says, cheers, guys. Whiskey Nose. Appreciate you stopping by.
Get your friends to subscribe to this amazing show.
Oh, yeah.
Channel.
We'd love to get to 500 someday. But
Yes, we're gonna get to 500. When we get to 500, we're gonna give away something.
yeah,
We have a bottle.
we
to
might
give
just
away.
give you a choice. We might take a picture of our
stash
say,
and be like, and then we'll do a drawing. Yeah, we'll announce that next week.
let's see. Whiskey Nose, before we go, says he has a hell of a head cold and drinking mellow corn on ice.
On ice. Oh my gosh.
I was sipping some of that earlier, brother.
I'm so sorry.
One of our commenters, Cassidy P, said I had to drink mellow corn in 114, old granddad.
It was awful.
And so I put it to, it was not, you didn't drink it.
It looked awful.
It was fine.
Okay, I will tell you on our Bottle and Bond show, mellow corn is not going to be on it.
It should be.
That is not going to pass. I do not have to have that again.
So that's what we're going to do, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys on this beautiful Thursday night in which University of Kentucky lost to Oakland. Hey, do we have? I wish I had a sound for that, but we'll have to figure that out. Maybe I'll have the Chris Smoove sounds next week. That'd be awesome. So we'll wrap it up there. Courtney, are you Gucci?
I am Gucci.
All right, we'll check you guys next week on Thursday on the Bourbon Blend. If you guys are brain drainers, we'll do it tomorrow, okay? Until then, peace, love.
Cheers.